Hello, everyone. Great to be with you again for our Soul Transformation Talks. My name is Debra Manning. I am an acupuncturist, a registered nurse for 40 years, acupuncturist for 18 years, a doctor of traditional Chinese medicine here in Phoenix, Arizona. And we are happy to welcome you to our 30-minute segment that we do every Thursday at 5:30 called Soul Transformation Talks. And this is Melvin. We'll let her introduce herself to you.
So welcome, everybody. It is my greatest honor and delight to be with you. And a little sad that we're finishing our 5 elements tonight, but we're excited about moving forward with you. And I hope that you have experienced the beauty of these practices and the transformation. So let's begin with our next class.
Okay. So let's share our PowerPoint that we've been sharing all along. Let me just get this up and going. Okay, so here we go. This is, like we said earlier, Soul Transformation Talks with Debra Manning, Melvin. We're both certified master teachers of the Tao Academy. So we have been studying with our teacher, Dr. and Master Sha, for well over 10, 12 years. And he has empowered us with soul information for soul transformation. And we're bringing that information to you through our segment. So we have been doing a 5-element series. So we've already done most of them. Today is our last one. And we're doing the water element today. And we're going to do some practice meditations to transform our water element. So again, the 5 elements are wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. In traditional Chinese medicine, which I practice every day, 5 elements are one of the most important theories and practices. And the reason is it encompasses many, many areas of the body and correlates them into master groups or patterns in natures. And the 5 elements are one of the major universal laws of nature. So in traditional Chinese medicine, we use the 5 elements of wood, fire, earth, metal, and water to summarize and categorize the internal organs, the sensory organs, the body tissues, the emotional body, and more. I use this theory in practice every single day with every single patient. I explain to them also how everything is interrelated and why you may be having problems with one area in the body. If we go all the way down to the root, it'll be tied to one of the yin organs of each of these elements. So the 5-element theory has guided millions of people in history to heal sicknesses and to rejuvenate the soul, heart, mind, and body. So the systems, organs, cells can all be categorized into the 5 elements, and balancing the 5 elements is one of the keys to transform health, relationships, finances, and more. And like I said, I use this every single day with every single patient, but you do not have to be a practitioner. That's the beauty of all of this, is that Master Sha brings this information to us, which I also studied in school, and Master Sha is an acupuncturist also. But this is something that anybody can do. Anybody can do any of these practices to bring self-healing for yourself. So the way it is categorized is we have the element, which is the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water, but we have a yin organ. The yin organ is the authority organ for each of those elements. There's a yang organ. So the yang organ is the paired organ, but it's more has to do with the holding organ. So the gallbladder holds the bile from the liver. The small intestine is part of the digestive system and holds the waste to be released. The same with the stomach and the spleen. This is our digestive system, and the stomach is the organ that holds the food and transforms the food so that we can use it in our body for nutrients. Again, the large intestine is like the small intestine, and the urinary bladder holds the urine, which is secreted, which is created by the kidneys. So that's why they're paired organs. And then we have body tissues, we have body fluids, and you can see how it all follows and really makes sense, especially the sense organs. So the sense organ, the eyes are tied to the liver, the tongue is tied to the heart, the spleen, the digestive system is tied to the mouth, lips, teeth, and gums, the nose to the lungs, which all make sense. And we're going to be doing the kidneys today, and that has to do with hearing. There also is an unbalanced emotion that is tied to each of these yin organs. So anger for liver, anxiety, depression for heart, worry for spleen, grief and sadness for lungs, and fear for the kidneys. So sometimes you can have a predominant organ and that that gets out of balance, and then the emotion will come. But sometimes if we have too much emotion, it actually hurts the organ. So you kind of have to decide for yourself, is this an emotional issue that's causing me to have problems, or am I experiencing this emotion because I'm having a problem with one of my yin organs? So, and it also correlates to the fingers. I think Marianne's going to lead us in a practice today that ties everything together, and she will show you on her hand exactly how all of that works. And so then there's a sound, and the sound is a mantra. So these sounds actually vibrate the yin organs. So we're going to do shui today, which is for the kidneys. So like I said, the yin organ of the water element is the kidneys. The yang organ is the urinary bladder. The sense organ is the ear. So ringing in the ears is one of the most talked about and one of the most issues of many of my patients that come in. They have that ringing in their ears, especially as we get a little older. The kidneys are an organ that has difficulty in rejuvenating. So these mantras can actually help bring energy, rejuvenation to that organ. And the unbalanced emotion is fear. So in traditional Chinese medicine, the kidneys are the storehouse of our vital energy, our jing or our essence. So we have to replenish that because life steals our jing. So, so if we have a lot of stress in our life, we can get low back pain. And that is where the energy gets depleted in our low back. I treat this all the time in my office, where people's backs actually go out if they get in a real stressful fight or flight condition. So Jing relates to our genetics and governs our growth, reproduction, and how we move through the cycles of life. So as the life becomes a little more stressful, our Jing gets depleted. So our Jing is what's given to us by our parents. And that is like our energy that comes to us when we are born. And then as life goes on, it gets depleted. So doing these practices can actually help replenish your Jing. So Marianne is now going to lead us in our practices for today. And so I'm going to give it over to Marianne.
Okay, thank you, Debra. So for anybody new, we'll go over what we're teaching right now is the 4-power technique. And we'll begin with the body power. The body power is where you put your hands, your fingers, is where the transformation will occur. So for the kidneys, usually if you can put your hands in your back, but if that's uncomfortable, you can keep your hands in your lower abdomen and just put your mind on the back area of your kidneys, okay? The mind power, we're going to visualize this beautiful golden ball, golden light, sending us blessings to heal and rejuvenate the water element. And you can actually visualize this beautiful golden ball in this book, right? And we talked about this book at the very beginning. This book is called the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. There are many practices, and you actually have a code that once you purchase this book, you can access all the practices, and we'll be doing one from the book tonight. So the sound power is going to be Chue Ya, and we'll go over that. And say hello power, the most important. This is soul transformations, and the soul is the boss. The soul has the information, and that information is given throughout the body to the heart. The heart is the receiver, right? We went over the Shen Qi Jing law, the universal law. The heart then sends it to the mind, the consciousness. The mind sends it to the chi, which is the energy, and brings this message, this information throughout the entire chi, and then to the matter. Okay, so we always want the boss. So we always work on the soul level, because you heal the soul and heart, then the rest of the body will heal. Okay, so we're also going to do, we'll say the hello invocation, and then we're also going to do a forgiveness, right? We want to offer forgiveness, and we want to receive forgiveness so that we can transform whatever condition we want within the water element. I have to remind you that both Debra and I are nurses, and she is an acupuncturist. We are not here as nurses or acupuncturists. We are here as teaching you the power of transformation, of soul transformation, so that we can empower you to help yourself. Whatever condition you're having, please continue with your medical doctors or physical therapists or occupational therapists. We are not diagnosing or telling you anything. This will enhance your healing. All right. So let's say hello power. And I'm going to do the invocation from this book. We've done so many invocations, but I want you to understand the power of this book that you can get. So I'll do the invocation from the book so you can hear it. So close your eyes and you can repeat or just say it silently. So we're always going to invoke the outer souls and the inner souls. The inner souls are the souls within you, and the outer souls are the souls that are outside. Those are all the spiritual fathers and mothers, the universal light, the universes, countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes. And who we invite are the ones that's going to give us the blessing, okay? Help us to transform. So dear, close your eyes, dear soul, heart, mind, and body of my kidneys, my urinary bladder, my ears, my bones, and the unbalanced emotion of fear. We want to transform that fear to calmness, right? I love you, I honor you, I appreciate you. You have the power to heal. You have the power to rejuvenate my kidneys, my urinary bladder, my ears, my bones, and the unbalanced emotion of fear to calmness. Do a good job. Thank you. So that's to say hello to the inner souls. Now we're going to say hello to the outer souls. So we say, dear the Tao, the source, the divine. Dear all the holy beings in all religions, and please, if you have a strong affiliation with a particular or more than one holy being, please call them. We would love all the holy beings to come in to offer us this meditation and transformation. So it could be a Buddha, it could be Jesus, archangels, it could be healing angels, it could be the universal light. Go ahead and take a moment and call whoever you would like to call in to offer a blessing to us. And then we say, dear heaven, Mother Earth, countless planets, stars, galaxies, and universes, we love you, honor you, and appreciate you. Please forgive my ancestors and myself for any mistakes that we have made in all lifetimes related to the water element, the kidneys, the urinary bladder, the ears, the bones, the unbalanced emotion of fear. We are deeply, deeply sorry for any pain we have caused any soul in any lifetime. And then we ask, dear all the souls that have ever hurt or harmed my ancestors and myself in any lifetimes related to the water element, I forgive you unconditionally. Let us join our hearts and souls together to create love, peace, and harmony. And the forgiveness that we'll chant for a little bit is, I forgive you, you forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. So close your eyes, visualize yourself offering this beautiful forgiveness to any soul that you or your ancestors have hurt. And then at the same time, receive their forgiveness, right? So let us begin. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. One more time. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. And just stay in that condition and feel, experience how it feels to offer forgiveness and how to receive forgiveness. And if you can't offer forgiveness or unconditional forgiveness, that's fine. We take baby steps. Okay. And we ask all the outer souls respectfully if they could offer us blessings to help us to transform our water element. Remember, we're visualizing that beautiful golden ball, right? In the kidneys, could be your urinary bladder, could be in your bones, your ears. Okay. And Deborah, do you have the next slide for the, okay. So this is the mantra. You've done a lot of these different mantras with us. And this is Chue Ya. So, and it's Chue Ya, Chue Ya Yo. Chue Ya, Chue Ya Yo. Chue Ya, Chue Ya, Chue Ya Yo. And Chue Ya, Chue Ya, Chue Ya, Chue Ya Yo. So, and it's very easy to follow. This is the mantra that is affiliated with the water element that will help bring frequency and vibration into the area. So let us begin. We're going to play one of the practices that was in this book so that you can experience it. And you can do these practices from home if you get this book. So there it is again, the Tao Calligraphy Healing Field. And we will do the practice for the water element. Deborah's actually getting into the code that will give us all the different steps. So we're going to do step 3 today. Okay, so visualize that beautiful light in your kidney area because that is the authority organ. And we will begin and listen to Master Sha chant for us.
Chue ya, chue ya, chue ya yo. Chue ya, chue ya yo. Chue ya, chue ya, chue ya yo. Chue ya, chue ya, chue ya, chue ya yo. 吹呀，吹呀，吹呀哟，吹呀，吹呀哟，吹呀，吹呀，吹呀哟，吹呀。吹呀，吹呀，吹呀哟。
All right. So let us chant our
吹呀，吹呀，吹呀哟。
So if you can just leave the
吹
music up.
呀，吹呀哟。吹呀，吹呀，吹呀哟。吹呀，吹呀，吹呀，吹呀哟。
Okay. So now I want you to close your eyes, because when you close your eyes, you keep it in you. When your eyes are open, you're looking around, you're not really concentrating. So let's close our eyes and let's chant again. Take a deep breath in. When we breathe in, we want our abdomen to go out. We want to breathe all the way down. And then we say the chant. So let's take a deep breath in and begin. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Remember that golden ball, golden light within your kidney area. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. And silently once, I'll chant it softly for you. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, chui ya, yo. Take a deep breath. And since this is our final class of the 5 elements, as Debra explained, each finger represents one of the elements. So the index finger represents the wood or the liver, right? The middle finger here is the fire element. The ring finger is the metal element. The pinky is the water element, and the thumb is the earth element. So what we do is we put our hands together, okay? And we are practicing now with the 5 elements combined as one. And there's a mantra that we can chant, which is Wu Xing He Yi. Oh, I'm sorry, Wu Xing Ping Her. I apologize. And let's take a deep breath. And you can do both hands if you want. You can lay them in your lap, okay? Because now we are bringing in the entire 5 elements. So dear soul, mind, body of our wood element, our fire element, our metal element, our water element, and our earth element. Please turn on, please join us in this practice as we balance our 5 elements. We cannot thank you enough. Thank you. And we're just going to chant whooshing, okay? So let's take a deep breath. Whooshing, 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 and silently. And as we chant whooshing, let us think of the wood element, the liver, whooshing. And we'll chant whooshing for the fire element, whooshing for the earth element, whooshing for the metal element, whooshing for the water element. And we ask it to balance our 5 elements. And one more time. Whooshing, 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 whooshing. And we just stay in that condition. Close your eyes. Take a moment to check in to see what you are experiencing. And at the same time, as we have promised, Debra and I will offer a Tao Hands blessing for one aspect of the water element. And again, that is the kidneys, or if you're having problems with the urinary bladder, if you're having bone problems, ear problems, or you are having a lot of fear and you want to transform that into calmness. So take a moment to choose one of them, and we will prepare. It will be a silent blessing, and we will let you know when it starts. This blessing is only for the people that are live with us at this moment. And we'll begin to activate our Tao hands. Tao hands blessing begins now. How. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just stay with your eyes closed. Take a moment to check in. Are you experiencing anything you experienced during the blessing? It could be energy moving. It could be calmness. It could be heat. It could be vibrations. It could be just a feeling of peacefulness. It could be nothing. It's all perfect. And the more you practice, the more that you will begin to feel and experience the blessings. And we would love if you would put your comments in there so that we can read them. If you have any questions, we have offered the Tao Hands Blessing. This is our second or third time. If you have any questions or like to learn about how you can receive Tao Hands, please either email Debra and I, and we'll show you the emails again so that we can help you become a Tao Hands practitioner, where you can offer this to your family members and to loved ones. So again, it is my greatest honor to be able to be here to empower you. Remember that we talked about right now the 4 power technique, which is the body, where you put your hands is where transformation will occur. The sound power, what you chant, you become. The mind, what you visualize, is where the healing will occur. We said the say hello, which is the most important because that is the soul power. And next week, we will be teaching you another power. So thank you from my heart and soul. And Debra, anything that you would like to add?
So thank you, everyone. So grateful that you joined us today. So here are our email addresses, and you may want to understand what element is out of balance for you. And we can help you do that so that we can help you target your practice towards that element and what chanting and what mantras would be best for you. So our emails are right there, and we can connect with you on Zoom or another way to help you figure that out. We are also have a date for our 2-hour online workshop, Zoom online workshop, that will just be a private workshop. We will not do it on Facebook Live. And that is going to be August 27th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So we will put more information out on that, and it will follow kind of what we're going to do next week. We're going to bring in another power. We're going to start to understand how Tao calligraphy can help us to bring in more of the higher frequency and vibration, the purest energy and matter, soul energy and matter, to help us to transform at an even deeper level. This is still all part of self-healing, but it is very important that we continue to learn and grow with our soul transformation series to bring to you all the practices, the knowledge, everything that you can do to self-heal for yourself. We also want to remind you again that this is information and practices that we share with you. They're meant to be educational and not for diagnosis, prescription, or treatment of any health disorder. This content is intended to be used as an adjunct to a rational and responsible healthcare program. I know as nurses and an acupuncturist, we talk about a lot of things that we may even do in our practice, but everything we're talking about is geared towards self-healing for you. And so again, we are so grateful to be with you, and we hope you've enjoyed our session today, and you have a wonderful rest of your day. And please connect with us and let us help you, guide you for your own healing journey. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.